Welcome to Action Between Cuts, a channel where we discuss ABCs of storytelling through film analysis and breakdowns. In this video, we will be analyzing Pushpa The Rise Part 1 is a character-driven story illustrating the rise of Pushpa Raju from being a daily wage worker to becoming the head of Red Sandalwood Mafia. Writer and director Sukumar outlines the story using strong characterization of Pushpa, constant oppositions for Pushpa, and two key scenes to clearly demonstrate the rise of Pushpa. Pushpa's weakness is his birth story. As a son of an unofficial affair between Mulleti Venkataramana and Parvatamma, Pushpa receives a lot of taunts as a kid and grows up with a severe lack of belongingness. This manifests in Pushpa to be a resilient person with a strong self-worth. Even though Pushpa starts from zero, his attitude shows he is going to make it big in the near future. Pushpa is neither scared to speak his mind out nor uses flattery to impress the big heads of the syndicate. Every time Pushpa meets an important member in the syndicate, he gets their attention through his smart ideas of making the business better. In an initial scene, Pushpa is shown to value his comfort even at the cost of losing his job for a mere reason of not respecting his boss at a timber depot. This is again seen when he comes to meet Konda Reddy for the first time. This non-respecting characterization is so vital that it makes way for an ideal opponent to Pushpa in SP Banwar Singh Shekhawat. Pushpa, an outsider to Red Sandalwood Mafia, begins as a daily wage worker and in a short span of time becomes the head of the syndicate. In this pursuit, Pushpa makes a lot of opponents and he tackles them one after the other until he meets his perfect nemesis, SP Banwar Singh Shekhawat. SP Banwar Singh and Pushpa begin a psychological conflict of respect and ego. While one hesitates to give respect, the other demands respect through threats. In a scene where Pushpa meets SP Banwar Singh for the first time, Pushpa treats Banwar Singh like his previous opponents but slowly realizes the intentions of Banwar Singh when he triggers Pushpa's wounds and pushes him to recalibrate his approach. Pushpa, for the first time, is silenced by his opponent, although just for a short time, because Pushpa gets back at Banwar Singh in the climax with brand Pushpa. And since this was a lead up to the second part, this conflict will probably be explored more in Pushpa The Rule Part 2. One of the common structures used to build any story is 3-act structure. A simple explanation of 3-act structure is every story has 3 key stages: setup, confrontation, and resolution. Setup is the initial part of the scene where a conflict is established. Confrontation is the next part of the scene where the hero takes certain actions to face the conflict. Resolution is the final part of the scene where the hero either resolves the conflict if the story is moving towards a happy ending, or the conflict escalates if the story is moving towards a tragic ending. Let's apply the same structure to the 2 key scenes. Mangalam Sinu's 1,000-ton stock worth over 200 crores that was stacked in Konda Reddy's godown was supposed to be transferred safely across the checkpost, but due to Jolly Reddy's party a night before, the transfer was halted. Konda Reddy also informs Pushpa that the cops have found out the godown's location and are on their way to seize the stock. The conflict here is Pushpa has to safeguard the 1,000-ton stock from the cops and also safely transfer it to keep his reputation in front of Konda Reddy and Mangalam Sinu. Pushpa, along with other workers, begin to dump the stock into the river stream next to the godown. They manage to clear the godown before the cops arrive, thereby making sure the stock is not seized. But Pushpa has to also safely transfer the stock, so he sends his aide Keshava to close the dam and secure the stock, thereby resolving the conflict. This results in Pushpa gaining more respect and trust. Pushpa rises from a daily wage worker to become a key member of the syndicate. Pushpa gets to know that Mangalam Seenu is offering them just 25 lakhs per ton while selling it at 2 crores to Chennai Murugan. He comes to inquire about this but notices another syndicate member Nagesh, who raised this concern, is being trashed for asking Seenu to raise the price from 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs. The conflict here is Pushpa has come for a negotiation, but he witnesses the consequences of asking a higher price to Seenu firsthand. Pushpa begins his negotiation by informing Seenu about the troubles he faced in crossing the stock through all the checkposts and safely reaching it to Chennai. He then, without hesitation, asks Seenu to increase the price to 1 crore per ton. Overcoming the obstacle from Seenu's men, Pushpa firmly establishes his intention by informing Chennai Murugan that he would be directly dealing with him. Later, Pushpa gets a deal of 1.5 crores and eventually becomes the head of the syndicate. Pushpa's car color is red, which is the same color as the A-grade red sandalwood. Another subtle display of Pushpa's rise is shown with the transition from using a pager to using a flip phone. There are 2 scenes where Pushpa explains about his ideas, which are staged in a similar way. One makes Pushpa Kondareddy's partner, another makes Pushpa head of the syndicate. Pushpa hides the stock twice from getting seized by Govindappa, and both the times he uses the help of a water body. This film is a case study in how to write a character-driven story with just a weakness or a wound. That's it for this video. In the next video, we will be analyzing. Until then, take care and keep watching movies.